We got a defeat for the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement is dead. Bill Cosby's conviction was thrown out. He will go free and he cannot be retried again. Great news. Man, they did this man wrong, man, and people don't really even know the true story behind all this. Yeah, maybe about 10, 15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, Bill Cosby gave a couple of speeches. He basically called out the black community for the ills of the black community, the lack of emphasis on education, the lack of morals, values, the killings, the violence, the drug dealing, and all that type of stuff. And he called black people to task and said that, we need to stop, talking about racism, but we need to clean up our own act, which is 100% all factual. But you got to understand, someone at Bill Cosby's level can't say that because the powers that be will punish you for that. And what they did was is they took him down for that, and then and by doing that, they simultaneously destroyed the image of him. And what that image of him was of the dad from Cliff Huxtable from the Cosby Show. We know the Cosby Show was extremely influential and powerful for the black community in many ways in the 80s. And Bill Cosby at one point was the most famous black entertainer in the whole world. And, his show showed a upper class black family, a mom and a dad, kids. They had emphasis on HBCUs. They had A Different World, which was the spinoff to the Cosby Show, and it just really painted black people in a good light, and families and just black excellence. And they used this as an attack on him and that as well. They decided that they was going to take the Cosby Show off the air in protest. Like, what? I mean, that's a huge influential part of black culture, and it was taken off the air. So understand. And then, they had this one black woman who originally had made these charges against him, and it was pretty much her just trying to a money grab. They didn't prosecute it. They took the civil case. And then there was an agreement with the prosecutor that he couldn't be charged with this case. But years later, they wanted to parade all these ugly white women who said that he was raping them in the 50s and 60s, which you can be sure that no black man, no matter how big he was going to be raping women in the 50s and 60s and getting away with it, parade themselves and put this man in prison unjustly. So I'm very happy that he got out of jail. It's a huge loss for the Me Too movement. Um, they're gonna be crying on TV and doing all this foolery, but it's all a sham. It's attack on men. It's attack on on black families. It's attack on righteous and morally sound black culture. And it's attack on someone who's telling the truth about Black America. Someone in Black America, even though they hate to hear it, they need to hear it. So shout out to Bill Cosby, man. Glad that you out, bro. He stayed defiant to the end. Salute to you, OG.